Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. We're just going to wait a couple minutes until some more people join, and then we'll start. So we're going to give it another 2 minutes or so. So for all the fresh joiners, good afternoon. We're going to start in about a minute or two, just waiting for some more people to join. Okay, good. So we're going to start. So good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to today's webinar. My name is Nadine Planzer. I'm the BD Director in Environmental Markets at SustainCERT. And today I'll be giving you a webinar about our verification service powered by a digital platform. We're going to start with this part of the presentation. You'll have a quick demo, and then we'll have time for a Q&A session. There is a Q&A section on top, which you can use to post your questions. So please do that, and then we'll review all the questions at the end. We have quite some SustainCERT colleagues online as well, so they'll be more than happy to answer any of your questions. And also after the webinar, we will have an email sent out to all the participants with the recording of this webinar and also the slide deck. Okay, great. So let's get started. So for those of you who don't know SustainCERT, we are an impact verifier founded in 2018 as a standalone independent organization. Our mission is to develop DMRV solutions to bring credibility to climate action, but also to bring efficiency and transparency in the verification process. So what makes us unique? Well, we work across multiple standards and markets. So in the carbon markets, we work with Gold Standard. You probably know us as a certification body for Gold Standards. And also now we're working as a VVB, so validation verification body for Verra. And my presentation will show you more about that service. We also work in the Scope 3 area. There we provide verification services for interventions in value chains. And that's for Scope 3 reporting, but also for the development and creation of impact units. And there we work very closely with our partners in the Value Chain Initiative, also with Greenhouse Gas Protocol and SBTI. So some key milestones I'd like to talk about. 2018 SustainCERT, as already mentioned, became an official certification body of Gold Standard for GS4GG. And we also have been offering validation and verification services for the microscale scheme since 2018. And so in the summer, in July, we actually got our ISO accreditation under 14065 to become a validation verification body. And then shortly thereafter, in August, we were approved by Verra to provide validation verification services under VCS. So this is a matrix which kind of shows you the landscape, the verification landscape. SustainCERT is at the bottom in orange, and it shows you really sort of where are we working in, what type of addressable markets, but also what kind of scope do we have. And so we have a sustainability focus. We've been doing a lot of the validation verification for gold standard and looking at verifying SDG impacts. We also have a strong digitization focus and mission, and we do project level verification. And which markets do we work in? As already mentioned, carbon credits, so voluntary carbon, and also looking at emission factors and scope 3 interventions. So again, this might be a little bit small for you, but we are sharing the slide deck, and then you can review it on your own time. So moving into what I want to talk about today, that's our Verra verification service. So for Verra verification, we are an accredited VVB. We have been approved by Verra. And there's different, let's say, scopes where we can actually do the validation and verification services for. And so they're listed here. If you have your projects already registered with Verra, you'd be able to see what category they fall under. Please have a look at these. So it's up, these are the 7 that we're accredited for, which is energy industries, distribution, demand, manufacturing, construction, and transport. If you have any other questions or you're not sure about the scopes, you can always reach out to me and I can help you further. So just being a little bit more specifics, what type of projects do we verify? Well, renewable energy, grid connected, like the ACM 002, cook stove projects, solar cookers, fuel switch projects, efficient lighting, energy efficiency in buildings, solar home systems, etc. So these are the type of projects that we're validating and verifying right now. And again, if you have a particular project and you're not sure, hey, can SustainCERT do a verification for me? You can reach out, we'll check it for you, and we'll give you all the information that you need. So we strive for verification excellence. How do we do this? Well, we have a senior auditing team. They are very experienced with over 15 years experience doing also CDM work, working for various other standards. We are obviously ISO accredited, like I just mentioned, and we have a customer experience team, which is going to be able to help you through the process. And we're obviously compliant with Verra VCS requirements, and we do have an expertise in energy. We've been verifying and validating thousands of projects under the microscale scheme for gold standards. So please do ask us more about that. So what's important to us is our team. We have a global team of experts at your side. Shivresh Sharma is our VV director. He's on the call today, and he has his group of core auditors that he's working with. They're all listed here, and I'm sure some of you have already worked with them. We also are working with local experts, and as you can see, they're located in different areas of the globe. Strong presence in South Asia and in Africa, building up our presence in South America. So yeah, please reach out to us to see, okay, where is your project? And what we want to do is try to find you a local expert to reduce the cost of your site visits and to have local expertise. And so another good point that I want to mention here is our customer success manager, Nikita Pathe, is also on the call today, and she'll be able to answer your questions and guide you through the process. So you'll never feel like you're in the dark at all. So you always have somebody to support you. So right, we have a platform-driven approach. So what is that? Well, if you're already doing work with us under the certification, you're familiar with the platform, you'd have a login already and you can manage your projects online. This is the same for actually our validation and verification work. So we have the SustainCERT platform. If you already have a login, you'll use that, and then you'll have an additional domain that you can use. If you're new, we'll create the account for you. What does it do? Streamlines document management. It has a user-friendly interface. It helps remote collaboration between your auditor and yourself. It's data secure. And also what I'm going to address a little bit later in this presentation is that we're going to create an API connection to the Verra Project Hub. So this is not available yet. It will be available, and I'll talk about it shortly. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to pass over this meeting to my colleague, Guy Oliveira, and he's going to give you a short demo of the platform. So Guy, I'll pass you over, and I'm just going to mute myself now.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Nadine. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Guilherme Oliveira, and I'm a sales manager here at SustainCERT. I'm going to be giving you a quick run through of our platform today. As Nadine mentioned, the platform was already existent for project developers to manage the certification reviews of their gold standard projects. What we did was to create another domain of under this platform. We call it the UVDs, the Universal Verification Domain. And here, with the platform, you'll be able to manage the verification of your projects. So your projects that are doing a verification with SustainCERT as the VVB. So here in the platform, you have two dashboards, the service dashboard and the projects dashboard. Here in the project dashboard, you'll be able to have a centralized view of all your projects that are currently doing a verification with us. It's really easy to add a new project to the platform. If you come here to the top right corner, you can click create a new project, and really here the only thing you have to do is to insert your Verra ID. I'm just going to insert a random one just to show you that the platform automatically imports all the relevant information from the registry to the platform. Okay, so in a matter of a minute, you'll have readily available the project information. This makes sure that the information is consistent with the registry and the platform, but also that this information will be pre-filled in your following documents to save you work, but also to make sure that information is consistent. Okay. um, Again, back to the project dashboard, you will see your projects. If you zoom in one of the projects, um, you will again see, this is a test project, but you will see the registry information. You can also see here in the service tab, which if you have a service active. Okay, so you see the name of the service, the standard from the project, the service type, which phase the project in. So this one, for example, is still in the contracting phase, in the team nomination step, and it's in progress. Okay. Likewise, if you want to, let's say, request another verification for this project, you can just come here, request service, and then again here it's really easy. You just name the service, select the service that you want, let's say verification, and then the project's already here. So you just need to click request service. Okay, so these steps are really easy to do, but still our customer success team will always create a few projects and request the first services with you, and we'll always be there to guide you throughout the platform. Okay. So this was the project dashboard that we just saw. I'm gonna show you now the service dashboard, where you also have a really centralized view of all your active services. So you can see here again, the standard of the service, the service type, and this here you can see exactly the phase. So for example, this one, it's still in the planning phase, still in the audit plan step, and then you can see also the status. Okay. If we zoom in here in one of the services, you will see that each service or a verification service has three phases, which you can follow here on the left. The first service is the contracting, then you move into the planning, and then you go into the execution phase. So first, with the contracting is where you have to submit a few documents, starting with the client pre-engagement form. Here, what the platform allows you to do is to fill in all the documents via the platform and then upload the documents. Okay, so in the client pre-engagement form, you will need to submit some information about your company, uh, information about the service about the service and about the project, and then you can also upload some supporting documents like a PDD or a monitoring report. You can always save your progress and then finish it later. Okay, you will see here when was the last change, and then finally when this document is approved, you will see here the date that it was approved and by whom. Okay. Coming back here to the contracting phase, here you could also see the team nominations. So our team of auditors that will be responsible for this verification, and then you will be able to download the MSA. And then, once the MSA is reviewed and agreed and signed, it would also show here. And then this milestone will then complete the contracting phase and move you to the planning phase. And so here in the planning phase, you will be able to just download the audit plan that our auditors prepared. So where you see, the different milestones and the different audit plan dates. And so once this is agreed and reviewed, then the planning phase is complete and we move to the execution part. And this is really, the bulk of the verification. Here you'll see, the different milestones of the verification. You can see that, for example, in this test project, the desk review has been closed and has been completed by our auditors, but still some milestones are still to be completed. For example, the on-site audit. And so here in the execution, you will also be able to, upload all the necessary documents for the verification. For example, the ER calculation or the monitoring reports. You might have to upload some other documents depending on the type of project and the methodology. Once our auditors review these documents and do the site visit, for example, then here in the reporting tab, you'll be able to download the list of findings, okay? And with the list of findings, it might come, some issues that were raised by our auditors that need resolving. If that's the case, then you'll be able to also here, you'll be able to upload justification documents, okay? And, it might require another review round, for example, which you can follow here. You will always see, if their status and the dates. Once this is complete and there's no more, let's say, issues to be raised, then our auditors will upload the final verification document that you can download here in the final documents, okay? So this is, in a nutshell, the SustainCERT platform. We really think that it's going to bring more transparency and more clarity to the verification process. And we really believe that, it's going to make it easier and more efficient for project developers to manage the verification of their portfolio. So yeah, thank you very much, and I'll give the floor back to you, Nadine.
Great. Thank you, Guy. So let me just bring up the presentation again and show you just the last bits of it, and then we can open the floor for some Q&A. Even though I haven't seen anything posted yet, please don't be afraid to do so. This is your time. Any burning question you want to ask SustainCERT, please feel free. So now that you've seen the platform, I hope you have a better idea of what we mean by powered by the platform and sort of the capabilities of the platform and what we're trying to do with that. So there are upcoming features and improvements that we're looking to implement. There's 3 of them listed here. So we're looking at a tailored made sort of user experience for a project developer and a consultant, recognizing that they do have different roles or different sort of an access that they would need. So we're really looking at how can we make that more adjusted to the roles that you have within the project. So, and another one that we're looking at is the enhanced platform guidance. So we already mentioned we have a customer support team and Nikita who can help you guide you. How do I upload a document? How do I get to the next stage? Etc. But beyond that, what we want to do is make it very intuitive. So we're looking at what is called a platform product tour. So maybe just Google that, and then you can see what our product team means by it. But it's basically online kind of helping you navigate through the platform. And another thing that we want to do is have notifications. We want to make sure that all our clients are properly notified and receive important updates on time without having to rely on emails, going back and forth, and things sort of getting lost. So these are the 3 main things that we're looking to implement. If you're using the platform, you have suggestions, reach out to us and we'll make sure it gets to the right people in the organization. So I did mention briefly that we're working together with Verra in the Verra Project Hub. This is something that we're really happy to start working on. What we wanted to is achieve a streamlined verification process. So our vision is to digitally connect our SustainCERT platform with the Verra Project Hub, so we can really have this streamlined process for all our clients. So right now we're working really closely to look at how can we connect the two platforms via an API. Our aim is to do this in Q2 2024, in any case, testing it also together with a project developer. And yeah, with the idea of really making the process more efficient in the whole verification experience, but also as part of the review process. So these platforms are complementary. The SustainCERT platform and the Verra Project Hub are complementary platforms. So the Verra Project Hub manages project registration, PDD creation, monitoring report development, including ER calculations. And the SustainCERT platform manages really the verification workflow. So it manages really the work that the auditors are doing together with the project developer when you request a verification service. And some examples is what actually you've seen in the platform already, which is pre-engagement, contracting, the planning, and the execution phase of the verification service is fully managed in the platform. So if you have any questions about that, reach out. We're really super excited to get that going. So last slide here, the benefits for you, clear timelines and availability. With the platform, we can show you clear timelines and everyone can track what's going on when. Also, our VV team has capacity and availability to do the verification and validation work for you. We really strive for transparency, a smooth process with obviously using the SustainCERT platform, and also looking at the SD Vista approval that we are looking to get as well. So hopefully we can do the verification of your SD Vista projects by Q2 2024. So that brings me then to the last slide of today. And I just wanted to see if there were actually any questions in the Q&A. I think also, Lily Jane, we can open the floor as well and maybe allow people to raise their hand and also use the microphones and the videos. I think there was one question that was raised. Let me see here if I just go. Okay, so there was a question from Marissa Minister. Will you offer digitized validation verification services for land use projects? And if so, when would that be available? Yeah, that's a great question. We're hoping to do that, definitely. Looking at getting land use projects into our portfolio. We don't have the timelines yet. We're looking to also expand into the waste areas first. Definitely, we know that there's a lot of demand and ambition to develop MBS projects, and we definitely want to get into this. So reach out to me personally, and then I can give you a little bit of a clearer idea of when we'll do that. Great. I think I heard somebody wanting to. Does someone else have a question? I think I seen something pop up here. Let me see Q&A. Okay. Lima, 3 minutes ago. Okay. Does SustainCERT consider increasing the scope of their VVB activity into NBS projects? Okay, so that's another one. Lima, I think I just answered that question on NBS. Yes, we do. We just don't have a clear timeline yet, but reach out to me and then hopefully I can give you some more details on that. So it looks like there's a lot of interest in NBS, and I think, yeah, that's kind of, I think a lot of us in the market know that. Okay, great. Is there anybody else who has a question for us today? Like I said, we have Nikita on the line, who is our customer success manager. We have Shiva Sharma, who is our VV director on the line. So if you have any questions about our approach or the platform, we also have our product director on the line, Peter Konine, who can answer questions for you. So yeah, let me go to the Q&A. Sorry, guys, I'm like navigating between Q&A and regular chat. Oh yeah, comment here. On the product development roadmap, are you seeking to create an API for workflow systems like Asana, so your delivery can link to client workflow tools? Okay, so I am going to pass this on to Peter. If you want to answer that, I'm not sure if you're familiar with Asana. If you could answer the question that Julian Parkin has.
I don't have a ready answer. I think that's something that we have to look into, but indeed, I think Generally speaking, yes, but that's the type of efficiency that we're wanting to create by streamlining the process and making sure that we can exchange data as efficiently as possible, and that we avoid the whole process of transporting data from Excels to another Excel and to uploading documents. So yes, this is certainly on our radar, but as Nadine already mentioned, the first steps that we're doing is aligning and making sure that we have a connection with the Verra Project Hub, so we can optimize, let's say, data exchange between the Project Hub and the SustainCERT platform. But indeed, I think with these opportunities will certainly be part of how we want to expand the capabilities of the platform. But for the specific case, I do need to look into it.
Great. Thanks, Peter, for providing that additional information. I hope, Julian, that answered your question. And again, feel free, you can reach out to me, and then I can put you in contact with Peter as well if you have some more, if you want some more follow-up on that. Okay, great. Is there anything else that my team, let's say the SustainCERT team, would like to add? If you think I've missed something, maybe for the audience, please feel free as well. Looks like one more comment here. So I was wondering regarding the duration for verification process. How long does it take to get the project verified? It's a good question. So we have a tentative timeline that we're trying to stick to as much as possible, which we have down as 4 months. Again, it's tentative and it really depends on, quality of documentation, how fast we're getting the feedback. But right now, as I mentioned, our team does have availability, especially in Q2. So yeah, that is really our main goal, is to stick to timelines. Maybe Shiraj Sharma, would you like to add to this question from Tarek?
Thanks, Nadine. Yeah, I think mostly you have covered the points. I would like to say that with the use of platform, I think that is facilitated much faster, because then, the back and forth communication rounds are avoided with the use of the platform. Therefore, the efficiency gains are supporting in the overall objective of, optimizing the process execution cycle. So the timeline stays what it is, but then we can optimize based on the uses of the platform, the response of the quality, the quality responses, and also the site visit requirements, etc. What plays into the general execution cycle. Thank you.
Thanks, Shiraj, for those points. So great. Thanks, Tarek, for that question as well. I hope we answered it for you. Let me see if there's another one in the actual chat line. Nope. Okay. And in the Q&A, I think we've answered all of the questions so far. There is still some time, so if anyone wants to answer, or you can raise your hand if you feel like it. If not, again, this information will be sent to you, to all the attendees. We'll get a copy of this webinar, the recording, and also the slide deck. And you can reach out to any of us at any time if you have a question. So yeah. Great. Thanks so much for attending. It was wonderful to see a great turnout, and I hope this was interesting for you, and hope to see you soon. Okay, great. Thank you. Bye-bye and have a good day.